fans, and Hopkins has his followers.
There is energy, yes.
Tony Weeks,
okay,
referee.
You both received your instruction in the dressing room. Okay, look, he goes right here, it's okay. Anything below that's low. Right here is okay, anything below that's low. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
We see early on here.
We might see Hopkins box out of character and more aggressively than usual to test that sweet spot that many people feel Roy Jones has.
I think Roy Jones may be a little more aggressive than usual because he needs to surprise.
Who like to capitalize on their opponent's mistakes. So we will probably see a fair amount of feints early in this bout.
Of course, for so many years, ability to get in with speed, with athleticism. And for Bernard, it was always the sweet science.
But he's still a superb athlete.
No doubt about it. What he was one of the most elite pro athletes. 60% or 75% of Roy is still capable of getting a lot accomplished.
In terms of their names. And now there's two bona fide legends in there against each other.
Stop. Oh, listen to me.
Be it Ruiz or Tarver or Glenn Johnson.
Stop.
Come with the left hooks.
Although they don't like each other, there is mutual respect.
Right hand got in both to the body and up top from B-Hop.
Set up.
Right after he's been floored by a first-round TKO the next time out. And Roy comes in with the left hand. Bernard escapes it, then ties up on the inside.
It's his style. But I think he should be a little more defensive.
Bernard rushes in, Bull rushes in, now falls him right into the corner. Places two headshots, then goes back to that belt line.
Bernard is picking his spots behind his jab, but that was a lead right hand that backed Roy Jones into a neutral corner. And he worked the body pretty well. Wow, crap.
Stop, let him up.
So an accidental clash of head with Antonio Tarver back in 2004. Glenn Johnson got to him most recently. Danny Green down in Australia. Bernard just over the top with that right hand.
Exciting or whatever, but I think he's one of the best technicians in the ring.
Undoubtedly, and has been for a long time. It's away.
He takes his time, he breaks his man down.
Doesn't waste punches. Every punch has a meaning.
Roy comes in to place that right hand. There have been plenty of times when he's been asked as to the outcome of this fight against Roy Jones, where he has answered that he will knock out Roy Jones.
Or force Roy Jones Jr. to the ropes or to a corner.
What makes Bernard Hopkins such his opponents? Here, he's fighting a guy who's clever, a guy who's just as tall as he is, if not taller, and a guy who works his body, slows, brings those hands down.
Right to the belt line.
It doesn't look like Hopkins is visibly hurt Roy Jones at any point so far, but it does appear that
Roy's trying to be...
Hands at the hips, putting out that target of a right hand, inviting something.
Danger. This is what makes Bernard such an incredible fighter. He puts his punches together, he forces the opponent back, and tries to really nullify. And Roy, I don't really know what that was. He was waving.
How so, Red?
To throw a punch. Normally, when I was in the ring, when I was younger, I should say, I would throw a jab. As I got older and kept making those comebacks, I was concerned.
Short right hand on the end. Those lingering doubts can grow bigger. And now the pace picked up by Bernard.
To kind of frustrate Hopkins. But the punches are not that...
More talking than punching, than effective punching. That was a vintage Bernard Hopkins punch to Roy Jones's cup.
School Philly Wars right there.
Hopkins knows that referee Tony Weeks is to his left, so he lets a right hand go right below the belt.
Bernard doesn't bite on the feint.
I think Jones made him competitive in rounds 4 and 5, but he did not do. You know, Ray, I'm not surprised at all that we're in the middle round. Bernard Hopkins is. I mean, when he first turned pro and leading into their first fight, he was known as a good right-handed puncher.
That he wanted to punish Roy.
Stop, let him up.
Now, he's not signing on to fight the best young guys of the light heavyweight division, as that was a hit to the back of the head. Hopkins is still down.
Bernard missed with the punch, fell into the ropes. Roy let the punch go while Bernard was holding on to his right hand. Let's get another look at it.
That doesn't, you know, it didn't look like.
Back to action, and Bernard right to action. That spurs him on to make a fight of it. They're fighting right through the bell, right through the referee. They are going at it. They really feel for each other.
It's that emotional content. I mean, now all of a sudden Roy has bounce in his leg, being very competitive towards one another.
Stop, I got you, stop.
You know, Bernard can get away with sneaky stuff on the inside, but I think he has to be careful with the blatant stuff.
Well, remember what he did a few rounds ago when Tony Weeks. Roy looks over and just shakes that off.
Here's Bernard at his aggressive best, lunging in, landing an overhand right. Another overhand right.
Could be one of the final chapters. How does it all unfold? Stayed down for quite some time. When he rose up, all hell broke loose.
Stop. Let him go. Stop. Let him go.
Make him spend unnecessary energy. Inside. Rapid punching.
Both fighters fouled each other on that one.
Yeah, there it was. Very short, very smart. Both of you guys fouled on that one, so I'm not taking a point. What was Hopkins' foul?
And once again, Hopkins.
Earlier, no one's taking chances.
As the fight.
Well, no one has ever knocked Hopkins out. He's a solid chin. Even
Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7 rounds for Bernard Hopkins. 1 round for.
Trying to chase him down, range finding with the left, then sending forth a right. Bernard immediately turns around, fires off a right of his own.
push Roy into a corner where he's far more effective working that body.
Some pressure. He's got to stay on Roy.
That's a low blow.
Yep. Left hand straight below the belt. Seemed like it was on the guard, but we will take a...
From Bernard Hopkins.
Let's take a look at it.
It was low.
It was a low blow. So you have to wonder if this is all part of Bernard Hopkins' tactics.
Just pushing up against the ropes before they get separation. It's been a bizarre fight, hasn't it?
He's not blowing hard.
Well, you see it on his driver's license. It reads 45, but we haven't seen it in
These
the
fouls, admittedly, they are foul punches, but they don't seem like they're powerful punches.
But it's late in the fight, too, though. Good right hand.
Soon the judges' scorecards will look like. Here's, they have under 6 minutes left in what they were anticipating for so long. Throughout. Short left hand, then a flurry to the...
I would say Jones is handling the cut pretty well. He's not letting the trickle of blood affect him. But then again, Bernard's not doing a whole lot.
Bernard winding up that right hand. One round to go.
I want to see if Hopkins guns for a knockout in this round. Or if he's satisfied.
Stop, let him up.
Each man said numerous times they would get rid of the other.
Well, Bernard wanted to punish him, and Roy wanted to knock Hopkins out. That was their intention.
But he's...
A soft landing. Times hardly had any. Bernard Hopkins, the 51st win in his legendary